Welcome back to Bulgaria and welcome back to Bdin Vidin in our Football Manager 24 Build a Nation set. Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of this series. We have reached that point in the season. We're here to find out how we've got on so far in the league, 2/3 of the way through the season, although we're at that stage in Bulgaria now where the league is becoming rudimentary, shall we say. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's basically it's easy. Yeah, the league's pretty easy, although we are being pushed this season after our poor start, so obviously we'll check out what's happened there. We're also to see how we got on in the Champions League. Again, last time you were here was that disappointing 2-0 defeat on opening day to Chelsea, so we'll catch up on that. We'll also have a look at any signings we've made. I don't think there's been too many, especially not first team players. We're trying to save a bit of money for some first team players as things stand. So let's jump into it. And we'll start off on the transfer screen. Now there's been 3 ins. One of them I didn't mean to sign. Well, I did mean to sign him, but I meant to loan him back. We'll go over that in a minute though. The first one who's come in is Elias. He's already unhappy because I've left him out of the Champions League squad, although he's not a Champions League player. Another 18-year-old Brazilian has come in for rather a lot of money. This was pre-agreed, so you know it was already signed, sealed. But he's got bags and bags of potential again. He does still hold his value as well. Central midfielder, hoping that he can improve. We're sort of at the point now where potentially, because of the finances, we're looking to move on. Possibly people like Ali Marungu and Zawi, if we can get big money for them. So we need to keep bringing these younger players in, like Elias, who could possibly take his place. So he's come in from Sao Paulo, I believe, where he's not made any appearances, but we've paid £9 million for him. Ricardo Macas is the new goalkeeper. I've decided that Adam Papp is possibly a weak area. It's a little bit disappointing because Adam's been here for a number of years now. He's 24 years old, but look at how good Ricardo, is it Machash? How it's pronounced, Macash? I don't know. Not quite sure. So we've brought him in from Porto. We've met his minimum fee release clause. Now he's better. I think he's better than Papp, and I think it's it's possibly the way to go going forward. Adam Papp is he's becoming under. He was wanted by a couple of Bulgarians. In fact, he's already joining. He didn't want to sign a contract with me, so he's joining at the end of his contract. I forgot that had happened. I forgot that had happened. So we are actually losing Papp, but he's going to another Bulgarian club, which is fine. I'm happy with that. He can go there as long as he stays there. I'm particularly happy with that. But he's made 149 appearances, 171 appearances for Bdin. So hopefully Papp can go to CSK 1948 and do some good. Now the one that I did kind of mean to sign, again, it was his contract was expiring. He had a minimum fee release clause of 2.8 million. Now I was meant to complete the signing with the option to loan him back to Barrow, but I forgot to put the option to loan him back to Barrow in. So here he is. It's Giatao, who I said was going to be a good player, and he has been a very good player for Barrow. 96 goals in 173 appearances. Little bit of a mistake on my part. I will look to loan him at the end of the season. Nobody's come in this transfer window for him. He's not great now that I can see all of his attributes, but we do sort of have to, live with our mistakes, and hopefully we can get him loaned back to Barrow for the start of next season. In terms of the outs, nothing major. The one that I am disappointed though about losing is Agildo, the Brazilian-Italian striker. He's left on a free transfer. His contract was expiring at the end of the season. He was going to leave on a free transfer. There was no way I could convince him otherwise. He was just annoyed with us because we left him out of Champions League squads and stuff like that. Never really featured for us. Only played 2 times, both of them off the bench this season. But he's gone to... So CSKA Sofia came in January and said, look, we'll offer you nothing for him now, which I accepted. So he's gone to CSKA Sofia to go and play football and hopefully improve CSKA with his, he's a decent player. He is a decent player. So he's gone. I'm disappointed because he could have had some potential to hit. When I signed him, it was more than that. Obviously, we've improved our squad, so this kind of goes down a little bit. But hopefully he can go and do some good now at Sofia. Right, moving into the highlights now, and the first game that we had after the disappointing defeat to Chelsea was Ardakar Jali, and it was a 1-0 win, but it was Tomislav Brezovic who got the goal. Now, he's not a player who we see too much of. You can see the kind of players that I've actually got playing in the squad. It was very, very rotated, with Remy Bruguière coming in as well. But Tomislav Brezovic actually got the winning goal. We signed him for £400,000 from Slavian Belupo a number of seasons ago now, and he's not a first-team player. He's gone on loan to Maritza for the rest of the season. He's not great, I'll be honest. He does still have some potential he could hit. He is only 18 still, so hopefully he can hit that potential, and hopefully I can keep him out on loan as well. But he got the winner for us in that one. Next up in the league, though, was a 1-0 defeat to CSK 1948. We did not play very well at all in this, particularly Baron and Marimbio played quite poorly. Rodolfo Ferreira with the only goal for CSKA in a good performance. You know, we've still got some of our players there. Nick Kaufman still going strong at CSKA. Contract does expire in the summer, so that is it's his loan contract that expires. He's with us for another year, but I will look to extend that next season. Gabriel Sosa is another one of ours. He's been there for quite a while now, made 68 appearances. Again, his loan contract is expiring, but good to see CSKA obviously doing quite well. And by that stage of the season, as you saw in the last episode, we were in a bit of a rot at the start of the season, and we were quite some way off the pace. But we have turned things around, and we started that off at home to Pirin Blagojevic. It was only a 1-0 win. Marcus Vinicius got the only goal of the game, but we have played very, very well. Araujo got a rare start. Oh, no, not a rare start. Got a start on the left-hand side above Subic, but he picked up the man of the match performance. He's been a very good signing since he's come in as Araujo. Maybe not performed quite as well as he could have in the Champions League. I'm still torn between him and Subic. Obviously, neither of them are up to the level that we need them to be up to. Basically, we're kind of going forward. I think we're great. At the back, I think it's where we need to improve the most, particularly in terms of Europe. But that's a good 1-0 win. Next up was a game against Stara Zagora, and all 5 goals came from Bdin players. Klimis Sirikos with the double for Baro. He does fantastically well for Baro. Does Klimis, 21 goals and 59 appearances. Of course, we know how good of a player he is. He's our original. We've had him since he was 16. He's 28 now. His loan contract is up at the end of the season as well, so we will be looking to renew that and keep him at Baro probably till the end of his career. But yeah, he got 2 against us. Marcus Vinicius, Fernando Baron and Nenad Subic with the goals from Bdin. 2-0 win over high flyers Spartak Varna, Araujo and Tammy Mbaga with the goals in this one. Not the best of performances again going forward. Baron and Marimbio have been a little bit hit and miss this season, but Spartak Varna are performing exceptionally well, which we'll see when we go to the league table. They're also doing quite well in Europe as well, which is pleasing to see. CSKA Sofia next up, and again all 5 goals came from Bdin players. It was Murphy Chassaport with both the goals for CSKA Sofia, another one of our good players on the loan. He is Central African Republic, formerly of PSG. We signed him on a free transfer, 21 years old, very, very good player. Does still have some potential to hit as well. He's actually the 4th best striker at Bdin, according to our assistant, or I think it's our assistant who does this. Very, very good player though. 21 goals in 46 appearances for CSKA Sofia. Just very, very good technically going forward. But the goals came from Ataro Marimbio, Fernando Baron and Milad Jaoui for Bdin in a less than comfortable 3-2 win. Next game was a bit more like it, a convincing 3-0 win over Tetfembri Sofia. Baba Campore and Fernando Baron with the double. Ricky Danzabe with a rare appearances in Bdin colours, picking up the man of the match performance. 2-0 against newly promoted and our former affiliate club Maritza. Avramovic and Christoph Danik with the goals. Christoph Danik is still kicking about. He does get the occasional appearance. He's made not too many this season, but he is 34 years old now. His legs are going, really, really going. I don't think I'm even going to be able to loan him out, to be honest. I think he's past that now. He's down to being a leading Vittora player. Been a good servant for the club, though, but I think his contract is, at the end of next season, is probably just going to peter out, or we'll just let him retire kind of thing. He's fantastic for what we paid for him and what we've got out of him, but he's past his best now, really. Lokomotiv Sofia next up, away from home. Ricardo Alexandru with the goal for Lokomotiv Sofia. Baba Campore and Arturo Marimbio with both the goals for Bdin. Campore picking up the man of the match performance. Very, very good performance from Bdin. And we keep the pressure on. 3-1 over Itar. Next time out, Fernando Baron and Marimbio again on the score sheet. Baptiste Vidal with the goal for Itar. We do have a couple of players on loan at Itar, but they don't really feature too much. Jan Scholt is one of them, the Swedish centre half. Again, maybe not quite good enough to be in our squad. He's very, very, good defensively with his jumping reach, his determination, bravery. These could be better though. For somebody who's 6'2" with that kind of jumping reach, his heading's quite poor really, but he is driven. He does still have a lot of potential to hit. 21 years old still. 41 appearances now for Itar. Another good player out on loan. And that brings us up to date on how things are going in the league. As you can see, compared to last episode, we have picked up the pace. We've lost 2 games this season though, which for us at this stage of the season, 20 games in, is a lot really. And we're only a point ahead of CSK 1948. Levski Sofia and Ludogorets Razgrad do look like they're starting to pick up again, really. The level on points, both on 39 points. Obviously 7 points off top of the table, but they're the kind of teams that we need to be getting into Europe at the minute. Because they're already established, they're the ones that are more than likely going to earn us the coefficients. But we've picked up second, third of the season, and it's been a good turnaround considering where we went. Baron on 11 goals, of course, Kevin Jeltema, who does fantastically well for Spartak Varna. 14 goals and 16 appearances. He's got 33 and 45 now for Spartak Varna, which is fantastic. He keeps improving. He starts hitting those kind of numbers in Europe, then, it'd be fantastic. Right, now on to the Champions League. And after Chelsea, we were away to Juventus in Turin. 3-1 defeat, unfortunately. Ivilic and Yilmaz with the goals for Juventus. Fernando Baron got a late reply for us. Far too late by that point. We didn't play very well at all. Of course, we're still in our little early season slump at this stage, and it was quite a disappointing result. However, like our league form, our European form turned around as well, and Arturo Marimbio with the double after Jean-Philippe Hardy had scored from the spot for Anderlecht to level the game. But it was a hard-fought 2-1 win at home to the Belgians. And a big one in our current quest to stay ahead of the Dutch. Of course, we are chasing down the Portuguese, I believe. The Turks and the Portuguese we're currently chasing down, aren't we? 2-0 win over Ajax, which was very, very good. It was Vinicius and Campore with goals. Much, much better performance. Marimbio didn't play particularly well. Neither did Araujo. So we did bring Nenad Subic on. And Angel Cardoso is another one of our young prospects. The Spanish Chilean. Again, losing him though, unfortunately. Another one who didn't want to sign. I've possibly left the contracts too late. And they've gone within 6 months of them expiring. And a couple of teams have come in for them, which is disappointing, and the fact he's leaving Bulgaria as well is even more disappointing. Yeah, again, we have to learn from our mistakes, and that's a mistake that's on me. Big win in the San Siro, and it was another hard-fought one, a 3-2 win over AC Milan. Evan Ferguson, of course, formerly of Brighton, is at AC Milan. Something of a wonder kid on Football Manager, I believe. I don't really do established wonder kids, guys, so you'll have to tell me if I'm wrong, but he has played for Liverpool in this save, obviously now at Milan. Great finishing. He does, he's got great finishing for Brighton in real life. But he got the goal, Strangle, but it was Marimbio, Ali Marungu, and Roberto Macias, one of our centre-half signings from the summer. £10 million that we paid for him. Got the goals. Milan were better though, which again is the disappointing thing. Another hard-fought Champions League game, this time at home to Liverpool. And it was 3-3 draw. Marcus Vinicius and James Ali Marungu with the goals from a Bdin point of view. Verona, Diaz and Harwood with the goals for Liverpool. Quite an even game, to be fair. We did see a lot more of the ball in terms of efforts and stuff like that. It is quite even, but it's a decent point to Liverpool. Another great victory, this time away in Spain to Sevilla, and it was Marcus Vinicius' hat-trick which secured the 3 points for us. Rightly so, picking up with a man of the match performance. Baron's not really doing it for us at the minute, unfortunately. He's having a bit of an off season, but it's a good 3-2 win. Sevilla probably feel hard done to. They were arguably the better team, Yeah, good win. And then finally, a late winner away to Legia Warsaw. They had a player injured, but Lima was sent off in the 76th minute for us. But Baba Campore with a 94th minute winner to secure the 3 points for Bdin. So that left us on 16 points, missing out on automatic qualification to the round of 16 on goal difference, I believe. A positive goal difference of 2 in the league phase, which isn't great, but we played 8-1-5, which is good. There's no Dutch teams ahead of us. Unfortunately, Benfica have had a fantastic campaign as well. Ajax have also made it through, just the 3 points behind us. There's also Sporting in there, and I can see Porto have qualified as well. So unfortunately, that's 3 Portuguese teams that have qualified so far. In terms of how the Europa League went, Spartak Varna did qualify for the playoff. They won 3 of their 8 games, picking up 10 points. They do have Braga ahead of them, though, so it looks like the Portuguese teams are actually doing quite well. Unfortunately, Feyenoord have gone straight through to the round of 16 there. Galatasaray are in there, which, you know, is disappointing, but Spartak Varna have made it to the knockouts of the Europa League. And in terms of how the Conference League went, Ludogorets Razgrad finished 2nd. We also have in here CSK 1948, who finished 4th. So it's gone very, very well in the Conference League. CSK 1948 with a 12 goal difference as well, which is fantastic. But they've won 5 and 4 games each, respectively. So, yeah, all 4 of us who have made it this far in Europe have got through to the knockouts, which is fantastic. Of course, though, guys, we are here today for a couple of live comms, but we first of all need to find out who we're going to be taking off in the Champions League knockout playoff draw. So let's get into the draw. We'll start the draw. We'll skip the speed up to as fast as we can. It's Chukwueze with the draw today. Bayer Leverkusen had drawn out first. Of course, we knocked them out last season. Xabi Alonso still there. They are possibly going to get... Could have got us, but no, it's Inter Milan for Bayer Leverkusen. We are seeded, by the way, guys. Sporting, next out. They are at home to Liverpool. Interesting game. First leg, of course, in Portugal. Next out, we have Porto, one of the other Portuguese teams who have made it through. It's very, very disappointing that 3 Portuguese teams have made it into the knockouts of the Champions League. They're at home to Atletico Madrid, so an Iberian derby there. Next up, we do have Arsenal. Please not Arsenal. Please, let's avoid Arsenal. Benfica. That could be good for us. Obviously, I think Benfica might struggle against Arsenal, which is fantastic. Next out is Sevilla. Of course, we beat them in the group phase. They are drawn at home to FC Copenhagen. So, who have we got left? We've got PSG, Bayern Munich or Milan. Bayern Munich next out. Bayern Munich are at home in the first leg to Ajax. Again, that could be good for us. You'd expect Bayern Munich to beat Ajax. So it's PSG or Milan, guys. PSG or Milan. And PSG, they're going to get Marseille. Yep, PSG get Marseille. So an all-French round there, which leaves us with Milan. Now, we did beat them in the league phase. We did beat them in the league phase. We've played each other 3 times, and it's 1 win apiece and a draw. It's going to be difficult to beat Milan, if I'm honest. They've won the competition 8 times, of course. They did get to the quarterfinals last season as well. We, of course, got to the round of 16, which is the furthest we've ever got. And I can't see us getting much further this season, if I'm entirely honest. Of course, AC Milan. It's quite even. The past meetings between them, they're edging it by 1 goal, really, in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. Now, I do still have the pre-season to finish. It's about 8 days away. I do have a couple of friendlies in between. So I'm going to go away now, do them, guys, and we'll come back and take on Milan. Right, guys, welcome back to the first leg against Milan. Quickly, in between, we did have a league game. It was away to Levski Sofia. It was a very, very disappointing result in the end, a 3-3 draw. Marcus Vinicius did play exceptionally well. We slightly changed the formation. We're trying to create our own formation to see if we can sort of do a bit better in terms of Europe, to see if we can change our fortunes. But yeah, 3-3 draw. It didn't really work out, but hopefully hopefully it works out going forward. Right, guys, let's get into it. Just a couple of things from, well, one thing from the first leg, and that's the fact that Sporting beat Liverpool 4-1. So hopefully Liverpool can turn that around. Anyway, we've got two new formations, to be honest with you. We've got this one, and we've got this one. This one is a bit more defensive. Hopefully, away at the San Siro, it can do us the favours that we need it to do, really. So we're going to have Machas in goal. He's played one game so far for us, conceded 3 goals, which is not great. Not a great start to your bidding career for the Portuguese. Martican, Mbaga and Rengel are the defenders for today, and that is because one other quick item that I do have to go over is we've moved another player on, and that is Dragan Avramovic. He has joined Dortmund for 12.5 million, which is it's a profit. You know, it's a decent profit. It's 9.7, but it's going to go up to 12.5, which is a decent profit. Again, he came to me unhappy that I wouldn't let him go to Dortmund, so I got as much as I could for him, which is a good bit of business. You know, we need to. I think we need an overhaul really of the squad. So it's going to be Martican, Mbaga, and Rengel as the 3 defenders. Mbaga on as the libero. We then got wing backs of Danzabe and Araujo, with Zawi and Ali Marungu as the 2 in midfield. Lima is suspended, otherwise Lima would be playing there. 2 wingers of Marimbio and Jia Tao, who also made his debut in the last game. I didn't play particularly well on that left-hand side, but he's the best that we've got at the minute. And then it's going to be Baron up top on his own. Right, let's get underway in the San Siro then, guys. Hopefully we can pick up a decent result here to take back to Bulgaria with us. The minimum I think that we need to get is round of 16, but Milan have made a much, much better start than us so far, and it's Profundi with the corner for Milan. Goes deep towards the back post. It's headed up in the... Oh, my God. It's shocking goalkeeping from Machas. Have we actually made a mistake here in terms of the goalkeeper? There was a couple like that in the Levski Sofia game as well, unfortunately for him. Maybe it's you know, just getting settled into the squad. It's absolutely... I suppose the defender on the line, Danzabi, kind of got in his way. We might let him off with that one, but that's not the best start so far. And here come Milan again. It's Monopoly on the right hand side, being given a lot of room to drive into. Switches the ball to the left. Marimbio cuts it out, only clears as far as Rafael Luis, who brings the ball back forward, finds Doa on the left hand side. Can he get the ball in the box? Danzabi cuts it out, but gets it back. It's 2-0 to Milan. It's 2-0 after 25 minutes. We are having a shocker so far. We're having a shocker. We desperately need to get some better quality of players in through the door, I believe. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to struggle at the minute. Liverpool have got one back against Sporting, though. Finally, Bdin on the ball. It's the throw-in on the right-hand side to be taken by Ali Marungu. He's going to go long, go short instead to Giatao. Ali Marungu gives it back to Giatao into the area. He's hit the outside the post and it's gone behind. That would have been a great way to introduce yourself to the Bdin faithful. But Profundi with this corner again. It was dangerous last time. Machas comes and punches. Marimbio helps it further on. He had more time on the ball than he thought there, but it's gone straight to Alari. And now Pirola to Rafael Luis. Driving down this left-hand side again. Seems to be the strong point for Milan. Possibly the weak point from a Bdin point of view. But Strangle finds Pirola. We forced them back a little bit, which is good. Adoa to Rafael Luis. Adoa's gone down the line. Gets the ball back. Decent cross. Good header cleared by Rengel. Giatao brings it down. Can he find a forward pass? Looks for Marimbio. Gives it to Danzabe. Danzabe comes back inside to Zawi. Out to the right-hand side. And Marimbio, the Chilean, gives it back to Zawi. Goes along down the line. Danzabe. That's a fantastic pass. And Danzabe's onto it. Gets the ball into the box towards Baron. Oh! So close from Baron as getting one back in this game. That has been a shocking first half of football, guys, from a Bdin point of view. Right, and as a result of that poor first half of football, we've made a change. We've gone to the more positive formation. Brings Danek on the right-hand side for Tabi Mbaga. Not had the best of games. Goes back to a flat-back 4. You know, inside forwards, winger, pressing forward and advanced forward. Hopefully we can change our fortunes here in the San Siro. But it is Monopoly with the ball for Milan. Cut out by Marimbio. Good anticipation. Giatao finds Baron. Marimbio. Ali Marungu caught on the ball. And now Milan come forward again. Rafael Luis with a good ball forward towards Profundi, who's in. And he scores. Simone Profundi Makes it 3-0 to AC Milan, and guys, this squad is in desperate need of an overhaul. I'm going to have to do some serious work in the summer. If we can get the big money for Ali Marungu and Zawiwi, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to rebuild. As here come AC Milan against Monopoly to Alari. Monopoly, Strangle, Rafael Luis, and Zawiwi's gone and got himself sent off to make it even worse for us. What are you doing? Oh, let's just go for that. It's yeah, this has not gone well, and we're starting to struggle. We are starting to struggle. We've got some 6.1s in the team up top. It's I think people have figured us out, kind of thing. We're no longer the plucky underdog, are we? We're a good team now, and people have sort of started taking note of us. Martican finds Danik. Danik with the ball, which is cut out by Muto. Muto driving forward down the right-hand side. Good ball into the box. Headed clear by Martican. Only as far as Adoa, who has the efforts. It's not the best of efforts, really. And Milan looking to obviously capitalise on that extra man and just put the game beyond Bdin reach. But here's Arujo on the left-hand side. Jiatao, Arujo again. Needs some support. Ali Marungu comes inside. Still got the ball. Finds Marimbio. Marimbio, a nice turn. Can we get one back? Yes, we've got one back. That makes things a little bit easier going back to Bulgaria. Can we get another one? As Marimbio runs back to the centre spot with the ball. Ali Marungu does really well. He thought he was going to lose the ball, but he does well. And it's a great turn by Marimbio as well. And it's a decent finish, let's be honest. It's deflected, but it has gone into the back of the net, and we've got one back, which is good. Profundi with this free kick, though, towards Pirola. It's gone just over the bar for Milan. Ali Marungu, deep throw-in. Lots of late highlights. Baron, Ali Marungu, into the area. Tackled by Aboa, but Arujo keeps it alive. Rengel, Arujo again. To Rengel. Arujo, we're going backwards here. Gives it to Danik. Danik, good tackle by Aboa. And now AC Milan look to streak away. That's going to go all the way through to Macasto. And he goes long down the line looking for Jiatao, but it's cut out. And now Alari for Milan. Finds Chijo. Chijo's got Muto outside of him. Muto driving towards the byline. Gets the ball into the box. It's a good cross. And we didn't even challenge for the header. Unfortunately for us, it's gone behind for a goal kick, which Makas takes. Finds David Martican into the midfield and Danik. Danik's got Baron ahead of him. Comes back to Ali Marungu. Baron again. Danik. Rengel. Arujo. I think this is the strongest little bit of possession that we've had in the game. It's Jiatao. It's a shocking pass forward, and that's why we weren't meant to sign Jiatao. We were meant to loan him back. But I made a mistake, and here come Milan on the counter-attack. It's Adoa on this left-hand side. It's a poor pass. Cut out by Jiatao. That's better. Finds Marimbio. Marimbio, has he got the pace? He has. Can he make it 3-2? Yes, he can. Arturo Marimbio makes it 3-2. And we've come back from 3-0 down to get back to just one goal in it. Jiatao with the ball forward. It's a good cutout. And it's a great finish from Marimbio. Let's not concede a late one, guys. Let's nearly concede a late one, guys. We have managed to scramble it clear. Danik picks it up. Is there a counter for Bdin here? No, it's a good tackle by Strangle to stop the counter-attack. Danzabi into injury time. Finds Danik. It's Danzabi again to Ali Marungu. Baron. Marimbio on a hat-trick now. Ali Marungu again. To Fernando Baron. Gives it to the Chilean Marimbio. Comes back to Arujo. Can we make this 3-3? That would make things interesting going back to Bulgaria, wouldn't it? Marimbio down the line towards Jiatao, the Chinese, into the area. It's a poor touch again, and it's cut out. And now here come AC Milan on the counter-attack. It's Ferroni to Strangle. Look at the numbers. Look at the red shirts forward for Milan. Strangle with the effort. He's wasted it. He's absolutely wasted it from a Milan point of view. He had support. And for a game that we were never in, we've actually done all right, to be fair. coming back from 3-0 down to get a 3-2 result. So there's just the one goal in it going back to the Bdin Stadium. Right, guys, again, I do have a league game in between. So I'm going to go away, play that. We'll come back and hopefully we can do the business against Milan. Right, guys, welcome back. It's second leg day against Milan. Just quickly, we did beat Botev Plovdiv in between. A nice, comfortable 3-1 win. Much rotated squad. Neil Aquilon getting the man of the match performance up top. So, AC Milan. Of course, we did manage to get those 2 late goals in the first leg, which massively improved our chances. We've got Ali Marungu wanted again. We could be looking to cash in on him at the end of the season if they come in with silly money like they have done in the past. 100 million and he's yours, boys. So we're going to go slightly more positive to start the game today. It's going to be Mashashin goal. He's not really impressed me yet so far. To be honest, he's conceded 7 in his 3 games. But we'll see how he gets on. Lima's back from a suspension. Subic on the left-hand side. It's going to be Rengel and Martican in the middle. Rengel is also leaving at the end of the season to Al Rida. Again, another one who's leaving at the end of his contract, unfortunately. Homegrown player as well, which is disappointing. Costa is going to get the ball winning midfield today. Now, he's the guy who I've got lined up to replace Jaoui when we move Jaoui on. You can see he's nowhere near the level yet, but he does have the potential. So he's going to get the start today alongside Ali Marungu. Of course, Jaoui is suspended after that red card in the first leg. Danik gets a rare start on the right-hand side. Giatao on the left, and then Marimbio and Baron up top. Right, biggest night in this new stadium's history, I believe. It's now fully upgraded, well, almost, to 17,000 capacity. We did just break our record capacity against Botev. If that wasn't full, then it certainly will be tonight against AC Milan. Hopefully we can do the business and obviously overturn 18,747. There you go, new record attendance for Bdin. Of course, when we started, how many people will come into the games? Was it 30 or 300? It wasn't very many, but we're absolutely packing the stadium now. And here is Costa. That's a poor pass, and it's cut out by Chudu. Martican struggling to get back to him. Masches made the save. Oh my god, he saved one. He saved one, boys. And girls, of course. Palomes to take the corner. 3 Bdin players head it clear. Marumbio can't get to the follow-up, but that was a poor pass from Costa, and obviously if he's going to be first-team quality, he's going to have to do better than that. But 23 minutes on the clock. It is Milan with the ball. It's Christensen with the corner. Goes deep. I think it was Thiao who got his head on it. Unfortunately, from our point of view, it did go over the bar. Desperately need to go and get a goal, though. And this could be that. It's Danik from the free kick. About 35 yards out, maybe. Come on, Christoph. I didn't mean it. You're not that old, really. He plays it short to Giatao. It's a poor effort from the Chinese. In the end, nice free kick routine though, but unfortunately it didn't work out. 36 on the clock. Here comes Ali Marungu with the throw-in, finds Martican, gets the ball across. Diogo Costa puts the ball in the back of the net, and the tie's all square, guys. Ali Marungu with the throw-in. Martican does really well to turn. There's 2 Bdin players go for the ball. Did Rengel play it off Costa? I've got no idea. I don't care who scored it. We've scored it, and it's in the back of the net for 3-3 on aggregate. And that is the way it is till half time. I desperately don't want extra time and penalties. I don't want it. I don't want it. I want us to go and get the winner. Come on, boys. Ali Marungu throw in. Of course, we scored from this last time. Giatao gives it back to Ali Marungu. Edge of the area. Can he have an effort? It's blocked. And Milan managed to clear the ball. Only as far as Subic, who gives it to the right-hand side, and Lima to Costa. Lima again. Danik with the effort. Christoph Danik makes it 2-0. No! VAR, go away. Great finish from Christoph. Yes! Come on! Come on! What a great piece of football. And what a finish. I don't know where the question of offside was. Was it possibly Lima when the ball came back to him from Costa? But, we were 3-0 down in this tie, guys. It's 4-3 now. Hopefully it stays that way. Oh, here come Milan, though. 15 minutes to go. Adoa finds Christensen. Adoa again. Rafael Luis inside the area. Gives it to Christensen. Back to Adoa. This is where they caused all the damage in the first leg down this left-hand side. Christensen. Cross is deflected. Mashias with the save. Ali Marungu clears it. And we hold on. But here's Christensen again. Deep corner towards the back post of Monopoly. Rengel gets up, heads it away. Unfortunately, it's not going to fall to a Bdin shirt. It's Palomares instead to Monopoly. Monopoly comes inside to Vrumans. Vrumans across to Adoa. Adoa down the line looking for Christensen. It's deflected. Mashias made the save. And there's another one from the Portuguese goalkeeper. He's finally, 4 games into his career, he's doing something for us. Christensen, another deep corner, which again we get up, head away. Monopoly keeps it alive though, and Chadou's header is poor and it's gone over the bar. And Bdin holding on into the final 15 minutes, but we are holding on. Somehow we're holding on. With 5 minutes to go, here's Monopoly on the right hand side. Finds Mahop. Mahop to Rafael Luis. He's got Christensen ahead of him. It's a poor pass though, and Lima easily cuts it out. Finds Mashias, clears it long. Looking for Baron, wins the header. Marimbio. He's got Danik outside of him, looking for Baron. Yes, Fernando Baron makes it 3-0 on the night for Bdin and 5-3 on aggregate. What a turnaround, guys. What a... Do you know what? I'm saying we need a rebuild. I'm saying we need a rebuild, but then we have performances like this, and it's a fantastic finish from Baron inside of the post and into the back of the net. And now that it leaves Milan needing 2 goals in injury time. What a performance. What a performance. Milan had more efforts than us. But we've still come away with a 3-0 victory to take us into the round of 16 of the Champions League again. That is absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to tell the boys that was fantastic. Another £8 million in the bank, which is always helpful. It's going to help us going into next season. We're up to 28 million. Of course, we're going to do the draw for the round of 16 in today's episode, and then next episode will, of course, be that round of 16. Hopefully we can avoid Man United again. We want a nice easy tie, really. Yeah, we'd love a nice easy tie. I'm going to click forward then to the round of 16 draw, and we'll come back in a minute. Right, guys, here we are then, draw of the round of 16. Let's hope that we get somebody who we can beat. We're unseeded this time. Arsenal did get past Benfica, thankfully. It's Inter first out. The seeded teams. Who do we want out of those seeded teams? None of them. None of them. Inter get Juventus. Next up, we've got... It's Casemiro doing the draw this time around. We've got Sevilla, and they are going to be playing... We'd like Napoli, that's who we'd like. Sevilla against Real Madrid, so an all-Italian tie and then an all-Spanish tie. Arsenal, next out. They are going to be facing off against Barcelona. That's a difficult game for Arsenal. Next up, we have Bayern Munich, German champions, and they are going to be facing off against Man City. Interesting. Why is it wait make so long for Bdin? Sporting, next out. Please get Man United. No, they got Napoli. Right, I want Dortmund then. I want Dortmund for Bdin. Next up, we've got Porto. Porto, please get Man United. Yes, right, that's a good one. That is a good one. Man United should beat Porto. Next, we have Bdin. Come on, boys. Come on, give us Dortmund. Give us Dortmund. We got Dortmund. Right, we can beat Dortmund. We've beaten Dortmund before. That leaves PSG against Chelsea. We have beaten Dortmund before. No, we haven't, according to this. What? We've beaten Dortmund. We have beaten Dortmund. I think we can beat Dortmund anyway. I'm sure we've beaten Dortmund. We'll find out. We'll find out. Let's have a quick look. We are drawn against Dortmund. Previous meetings, I'm sure we've beaten Dortmund. Obviously, I'm wrong. But I think that's possibly the best draw that we could have got for the round of 16. That's going to be next time out, though, guys. Thank you very much for watching, as always. I will see you in the next episode, which, for me, will be in about 10 minutes. So catch up with you guys again in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.